Hello and welcome to My Quirky Rides, and today we're going to be doing a bit more work on the Citroen there, and I want to show you the materials I'm going to be used to do a little repair on the rear tailgate. So we have some primer filler here, and we have some the actual colour, which is Citroen EYP Fulminator, which is a pre-mix paint from my local paint store. So I'll give them the colour code and then they match me up with this aerosol here. Now this is what's called a pro blend. You don't have to use this, but it helps to blend in the edges of the new paint with the old if you're not going up to the edge of a whole panel. This is just water spray. I used an old de-icer spray with just water in there when I'm sanding, just to stop the paper from clogging up. Also got some clear coat. This is the lacquer, the clear coat, which gives the paint a shiny appearance at the end and adds protection. And here we've got some this is a wax and grease remover this brand is called U-Pol, which I've just poured into this spray bottle. That gets rid of any silicons and wax which has been applied to the car before, because otherwise, if you don't get rid of it, the paint won't stick properly and you get sort of nasty effect. Some masking tape, some hard-ish sanding block. This one's made of cork. There's a scuff pad there, and some 600 wet and dry paper, can be used wet or dry. Some 120 grit paper, which I tend to use dry, to rub down the filler with to get it smooth. And then after that I use this one, and there's a really this dust mask. Ideally a respirator is better. That's definitely on my shopping list. And some paper there. Proper masking paper is better, but I don't have any to hand at the moment, and this isn't a show car. Okay, so that's now had 3 layers of the base coat, which is the colour, and I think we'll let that dry for about 10 minutes before applying the clear coat. Okay, so now the clear coat is going on. We'll see what happens. While that's drying, it's time for a nice cup of tea. So what happens is when you apply new paint over old, the new obviously sits on top of the old paint, and you might get a little bit of a hard edge, and you really want the new paint to dissolve into the old, so it lasts longer and you don't get it flaking and peeling off later. So basically Pro Blend, what it does is dissolves the edges of the paint to get a better blend before polishing when it's fully hardened. Another method that some people use is to have a piece of card, and they cut a hole in the card and then they spray through the hole like that, so they're not having to use so much masking. And sometimes that method does work quite well for small areas. Anyway, that's just another technique. So anyway, I've applied the Pro Blend and it's a fairly good blend. I will, when the paint's fully hardened, I will give it a proper polish to blend it in even more. So anyway, I hope you found this video interesting and informative to an extent. Keep it fairly short and simple, not too much technical jargon, and also to show where you can actually do smart repairs, small, simple repairs without using a compressor and lots of equipment. Hopefully the next video will have a slightly different content, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.